Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cody Momarts. For simplicity, I go by Big Mo. I'll be serving as your in-ring announcer Saturday evening, but tonight I'll be mediating this press conference as well as the weigh-ins that will be coming at the conclusion of this press conference. Well, we're here. After multiple years in the making, stemming from a rivalry that goes back even longer, we finally see these two gentlemen, to my left and to my right, settle their beef disagreements inside a boxing ring. Saturday, March 19th, live from the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Stadium, we will see Hafthor, the Mountain Bjornsson, squaring off against Eddie the Beast Hall. Live and free on Segi TV, our proud broadcast partner. Before we begin, I'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Rain Total Body Fuel, The Beard Struggle, Bahuman, and Rogue Fitness. I'd also like to thank the Jumeirah Creekside Hotel for hosting this press conference, and also I'd like to thank the Irish Village for hosting the weigh-ins coming right after. On Saturday, coverage will begin for the fight at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States and 8:30 p.m. in the UK. For this, the Titan belt, the biggest championship belt for the biggest, the heaviest, the strongest boxing match in human history. We're going to be taking questions for this press conference from those from the press that have joined us here in person, as well as those members of the press that have joined us virtually via Zoom. We'll begin first with the questions from the press. But before we get to that, Hafthor, Eddie, we request, per the venue, that you stay respectful. Please limit cursing and swearing, and ultimately, we will allow you to settle that inside the ring on Saturday. Before we start taking questions, we're going to allow both these gentlemen, who are joined as well by their coaches. Hafthor is joined by his coach, Billy Nelson, and Eddie is joined by his coach, Lyndon Newbin. We're first going to allow Hafthor, I'll allow you to go first. Any opening comments?
I would like to thank everyone, especially my team here on the right-hand side for coming and supporting me. I love you guys are amazing. And everyone else that came out here to show the even support. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'm excited, I'm ready, and I cannot wait for Saturday.
Mr. Hall, same to you. Opening comments, sir.
What was that, sorry?
Any opening comments?
I was for if I actually turned up. He's still waxing his vagina. It's nice of you to turn up, mate. No opening comments. Let's just get this done. I want to go and chill and get some sunbathing done today.
With that being said, we'll allow members of the press to ask a question, please. If you ask the question, please let us know who you are, media outlet that you're representing. We have microphones on each half of the room. We'll actually go first with a question from Zoom. It's a question from the Daily Mirror for Eddie. Eddie, your opinions, what do you make of Thor's 3 exhibition boxing bouts that he's had so far?
Well, I know for a fact the first 2 exhibitions were rigged. The fighters weren't actually allowed to knock him out or hurt him, so you can't really call them fights. And his 3rd fight was against a 50-year-old man who had 5 weeks training, so as I say, well done, mate. You knocked out a 50-year-old guy who had basically 2 days of prep, so congratulations.
Thor on the opposition, also from the Daily Mirror. What are your opinions on the sparring footage that you've seen of Eddie?
I'm going to try to keep this professional and respectful. He has his son next to him, so...
Thank you, I appreciate that.
It is what it is. I wasn't super impressed, to be honest. That's it.
Questions from the press here? Anyone here?
How are you feeling going into the fight, Eddie? Any concerns?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. No concerns at all. I've got all my prep down. No stone unturned from me. As I say, I'm not going to sit here and make a single excuse. Win, draw or lose, whatever happens, I'm going to give it my all. My prep has been phenomenal. Like I did for World's Strongest Man, I gave 100% to this. As I said, I detached my bicep, but honestly, It was a little blip in my training. It was like having the shits for a week, and I was back training the week after. So there's going to be no excuses from my behalf. It's going to be a win, in my opinion, and good luck to Thor.
Question for Base Foods. What are your 5 predictions? Gentlemen, any first?
What are the fight predictions?
What are your 5 predictions? That hasn't worked, but
Oh, okay.
usually.
Well, I mean, obviously, I think I'm going to win. In all honesty, I'm pretty certain it's going to end very quickly. But I am prepared to go the 6 rounds if needs be. I have been doing 10 rounds in boxing with professional fighters and holding my own is what I will say. I'm not going to shame anybody. I've been holding my own with some good professional boxers.
I'm gonna outbox him. I'm gonna show people my technique, my skills, and simply just outboxing. I don't care if it's a finish, knockout, if it's corner throws in the towel, or if you go the 6 rounds, I'll win.
We have another question from the Daily Mirror. They're asking Eddie how you feel with the illness and the weight loss. You mentioned it earlier, but is it affecting you anymore going into this fight?
No, I would say 3 weeks ago, this will probably be a surprise to a lot of people, and again, it's not an excuse. I came down with COVID 3 weeks ago, and you can hear it on my chest now, and I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm coming into this fight all guns blazing. I say if I lose this fight, it won't be used as an excuse. So, what's the word? What's the right fucking word?
Opinion?
No, I was going to say something nasty, but as I say, my son's here. No, I'm just confident. That's all I'll say.
To Thor, next, from the Daily Mirror. They're asking if you feel that you'll be able to put this rivalry behind you and shake hands with Eddie when the fight concludes, regardless of how it ends.
It's funny how people keep mentioning shaking hands. I'm not going to go deeper into that, but yes, I will. I will shake his hand and I will move on.
Can I just add to that?
Yeah,
Thor?
same to you.
Thor, what you did to me at 2017, I forgive you. This is it. I'm gonna. Whatever happens on Saturday, I forgive you. Okay? So there's no need for an apology. You stepping in the ring with me is your apology. So thanks for apologising. I forgive you.
Well, you want to answer that? You accept your apology? No. I've got one. Obviously, that's a lovely belt on the table there. It's a question for both Andrew Cut and for TV. Lovely belt on the table there. Have you stopped beyond this fight? Is this a one-off fight for the 2 of you? That's it done? Or you ever thought about doing another one?
I might do more. I'm actually enjoying this boxing journey, and I'm really seeing some progress, and so I might, if the opportunity is there. Obviously, I'm just focused on Eddie right now, but after the match, I might look into other opportunities. We'll see.
Well, I thought we were going to have a rematch, but Thor has been asked to do a rematch, and he's ducked the question several times. So it looks like there's going to be no rematch after this. I was willing to do one. But yeah, there's a talks for another fight for myself in July. I'm not going to name names. The promoter can do that for himself, but it's going to be another big fight. So there's going to be another big fight in July on my behalf. Already one lined up.
No rematch clause in the contract?
I don't think there is, but he's too pussy to do it.
I think actually there is a rematch clause in the contract, and if he wants the rematch, sure, I'll knock him out twice.
But okay, you ducked the question several times, but you're talking the bulls now. Well done.
If you want the rematch, I'll knock you out twice, no problem.
I would love a rematch, Thor, but I don't think you're worth it, mate. You won't want a rematch. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
I was watching the documentary of you two in the Strongman days, and it looked like there was quite a bit of mutual respect between the two of you. You embrace after competitions. How did it get to this point where there's genuine business between you? And did you ever think back in those days it could get to this point where you really feel like this each other?
Before World's Strongest Man 2017, me and Thor were good friends, and then something happened. I'll let Thor tell the story.
I think everyone can search what happens. It's everywhere on his social media. There's no need to explain that here. The people here have heard it. Most of you guys watching have heard it. And it's one-sided documentary that he made with his team. Only posted on his social media. I'm not going to go into details. Yes, he goes into details there with the Viking press, which is which wasn't the issue there. The biggest issue was the friendship between him and Colin Bryce, and the way Colin Bryce allowed him to pick events for that show, the way Colin decided to change event last minute. If you look back in 2017. You can clearly see in the heats, there was a loading race and a drag. And Eddie Hall does quite poorly in that event. Of course, his mate, his best buddy, Colin Bryce, is gonna do him some favors, and he changes one of the events in the finals. He takes out the dragging event because Eddie did so poorly in that event. He almost placed last in the qualifiers. If that would have been in the finals, he would have definitely placed last in that event, which would have mean there's no way of him winning. This is just one example. I can go into further details, but
Okay.
I won't.
I want to hear it. Any more bullshit? Come on. Can I just say, Thor, Europe's strongest man 5 weeks before, tire flip and drag, I came second. I'd have beat everyone. I'd have come probably another 2 places if they put the drag in. And I'm so glad you've come out and publicly said something for something. You've actually just publicly slandered me and Colin Bryce. So our lawyers will now be in touch.
If people actually
Public
go,
slander. We set up events. Wow, that's a big one.
You guys come ahead, sure.
My lawyers will be in touch, mate. Don't you worry. This prize
Eddie,
money is
I
going to
have a lot under my belt. I have a lot in my belt.
You have what?
I have a lot. I can actually show stuff.
You have a lot of what? Show it. Show it. What a pussy thing to say. I've got 5 years. If you had any proof, you'd show it. You lying little boy. My lawyers will be in touch.
The only
and
lying
Collins. Slander.
person
Setting up
here
events.
is
to win.
you.
What a slanderous thing
You've been
to say.
lying for the past 5 years, Eddie, and everyone knows it. Everyone.
Your $1 million is going to get paid to me for slander. So thanks for publicly saying that. Well done.
You're weak.
You're poor.
We've got another question via Zoom. Obviously, we've been bringing up both of your previous World's Strongest Man events and various strongman efforts. We're joined here by a lot of your fellow competitors, and they're going to be ringside. You've gotten a lot of support from that community. Question for both of you. How has the strongman community been involved with this? Are you excited to fight in front of them?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think the majority of the strongman community is behind me. I can openly say that. Everyone's seen Thor's behaviour at World's Strongest Man. All the competitors have seen his behaviour at World's Strongest Man in 2017. And we've seen more behaviour in 2018 of it in unsportsmanship behaviour. He doesn't belong in sport. He's not a sportsman. He doesn't respect any other athlete. So I think the majority of the strongmen are behind me for that reason, just because you're a bad sportsman.
I want to bring the 2 coaches in, obviously boxing men, I'll bring this back to boxing. Billy Nelson, I know you quite well. I don't know you very well, sir. Please forgive me, but even though Billy, you've been in sport long enough, I'm sure you have as well, that when 2 fighters have this animosity between each other, after the fight, there's always that respect. They do always embrace, they always shake hands. Do you believe that your 2 fighters will, at the end of the 6 rounds, if it goes to 6 rounds, embrace, shake hands properly? Because a fight can change a man's mentality once you share a ring with a man, especially in front of people. So, Billy.
Well, I mean, you'd like to think that at the end of the fight, we will be sportsmen, and I'll shake Lyndon's hand, I'll shake Eddie's hand, and I'm sure Thor will shake Eddie's hand. There's a lot of issues here. I mean, I didn't know who either men were last year, but when it comes to this fight, I can put my hand in my heart and say I've trained many champions, and in the short space that I've trained Thor, he's improved as much as any professional that I've ever trained. And I can openly say, Eddie, and look you straight in the eye and say, you're in a world of trouble on Saturday. a world of trouble.
Can I speak on your behalf, Lyndon? Bill and Elson, well done for whoever you've trained in the past. Congratulations. I think what you've done with Thor is the old donkey and the racehorse story. Is what you've done is you've put a donkey in with racehorses, and what happens is that donkey spends all his time with good racehorses, and over time he thinks he's a racehorse. He's in that field, he's eating with him, he's training with him, and he thinks he's a racehorse. But come race day, he's still a fucking donkey.
Well, here's one I'd like you to answer me, Eddie, right? I know you said the other day you've been sparring professional boxers. I know who you've been sparring, because people that you've been sparring with, you've asked my friend for these people to come down and spar with you. Name two professionals that you claimed that you got the better of.
I'm not here to shame anyone. They can come and speak for themselves. I'm not about putting people down and say I've beat anyone. Sparring and fighting are two different things. But I can tell you, Lyndon, let's just shake your head on that, mate. I put some boxers to shame. I'm not going to name names because that's wrong. You don't shame boxers publicly.
I find that hard to believe, I do, genuinely.
Okay, good. I'm glad you do, because you both like joking yourself.
No, I'm no joke myself. I know what I'm talking about.
No,
There's nobody in this room more experienced than me in boxing.
Okay, keep training your donkey.
Donkeys don't get WBO world title belts, mate.
A donkey's still a donkey, mate. A spade's still a spade.
I'm afraid this donkey's going to get put down on Saturday.
Yeah, your donkey is going to get put down on Saturday.
You donkey.
Fucking plonker.
You're the donkey.
Oh, God.
Coach Newman, any remarks from you, sir?
The original question, back to the original question. I would hope that they could both be sportsmen and shake hands after. I know that Eddie will. I hope that Thor will.
Looks like we got another question. Got another question here for the coaches, again, to both of you. Warming up for this camp, getting ready for this fight, was there any focus in specific with each of your respective fighters that you were really trying to focus on? Any area of their game? Not necessarily trying to get game plan or what you're looking to do in this fight, but anything you were surprised with or working on?
I mean, the obvious thing will be the height and reach, perhaps a height advantage. So we've worked on, just closing that down. So that's been some of the focus on our training.
We've basically been working on technique, using a great jab. Without giving away the game plan, we've worked on most things. And the best Eddie Hollett turns up on Saturday. That's who we were hoping turns up on Saturday. Because they're going to get the very best of Hafthor Bjornsson.
Billy, you say you know boxers. I know more boxers than you, I think, in this circuit.
How can you say that?
Shut up.
How can you say that?
And everyone that's been up to Thor's gym, I've got feedback, and all you're doing is throwing a jab and a backhand. Keep throwing that jab, 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 boom, backhand. Honestly, mate, that's the game plan. You've seen it in the last 3 fights, and I've heard it from all the people that have been up to your gym. So, I'm glad about your donkey all day.
I'm glad
Still
you believe.
a donkey.
I'm glad you believe that.
No, I do believe that.
Well,
I've heard it.
you'll see. You'll
No,
see.
I've heard it from their mouths.
You will see.
Okay.
You will see.
Okay.
I've got a daughter that's got better technique than you.
Okay. It's not about technique, mate. This is a fight. This is me.
Of course,
This
it's
is-
about
yeah, it's a
technique. That's
fight.
your downfall.
You've
That's what's
taught him
going to
to
let you
be-
down.
No, I'm not
That's
getting
what's going to
angry.
let. That's where you don't
Listen,
understand boxing.
You've taught him to box. He's not going to have a boxing career.
He'll box
He's
you. He'll
fighting.
fight you. He'll do anything he wants to do with
Okay,
you.
We'll see. We'll see.
He'll turn you
Your
upside
donkey's
down.
gonna fall on his
Well, we'll
arse.
see. We'll see.
Okay, mate.
There's only one way out of this, Eddie. You're going down, mate.
Yeah, okay, mate.
And by the way, I don't like disrespecting you, and I try not to. I respect you for what you've done in your sport. You're an athlete as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
But Saturday night, that's our night, I'm afraid.
Okay, mate.
I've had the pleasure of speaking
You can ask my wife about stamina. She'll tell you. Speak up, babe. How good's my stamina? Out of 10. She just put 10 hands up, so.
We'll see on Saturday. You know, he likes to talk, brag. I mean, brag about his sex life next to his son. Disgusting. We'll see on Saturday.
I was talking about wrestling. What were you on about? What do you think we were on about, Max? We're on about wrestling.
Yeah.
We'll go to another question here. This question is asking about what it's going to be like in front of a crowd, in front of a live crowd. Obviously, training in a gym or some of the exhibitions that you had were during the COVID time. Are you guys excited to fight in front of a live audience? Do you think that it's going to affect you adversely in any way?
I've fought in front of audiences. As I say, we've just done closed doors. I've not been an idiot and showed my fighting skills because I'm not that stupid. But yeah, fighting in front of a crowd is good fun, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. It's going to be a full arena, loads of Irish there, the Irish Paddy Power, so I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere, and I'm going to have a great time.
With a crowd, without a crowd, doesn't matter. I'm going to perform anyway. I've competed before with a crowd, and you know, these people here, they motivated me to do even better. So if it's anything, I'm going to perform better with these guys here.
Can I get a clap? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, but the clapping's only coming from your side, you sad bastards.
All right, got another question here. Asking if you two can control yourselves for the next couple days, especially because coming up, we're going to have a face-off. We're going to weigh in. You guys will get face-to-face with a respectable distance, as a request, please. After that face-off, are you guys going to be able to hold it together for a couple days until the bell rings Saturday night?
Hey man, as long as those lines are drawn and we stand on those lines and we can do the face-off with respect and we can just walk away, say I can come back and relax, sunbathe, and I'll just be chilling until the fight. If he crosses that line, as he well knows the other day, we'll have it out on the street if he wants to. I say I don't care about the money, put the money in the bin. If he wants to fight, I'll fight anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, give it the money away, man. Prove it. Don't just talk shit.
Well, at least I'm willing to do it.
Like the
Someone's
other
not
day,
confident enough to put the money on the
other
line.
day, you were the one that lost it. You were the one spitting at me and hitting doors and whatever, you know. I'll stay calm.
You got in the face and then you shat yourself.
You come
no one was holding you back.
I shot myself?
Yeah, you wouldn't come outside.
Okay,
you shot yourself.
Okay, you say whatever you want to say.
Video footage is there.
Okay,
you shot yourself.
Okay, you see
I was
that?
stood outside waiting for
fine,
you,
I shot
and you
myself.
were stood there going,
Whatever
"Come on
you
then,
say,
come
Eddie.
on then, pussy."
How many backward steps did you take? If you want to fight me, step forward.
Yeah, I stepped outside. You didn't follow me because you're
Step
a pussy.
forward.
I'll step forward, mate. If you want to fucking go right now, I'll step up and fucking do it.
You want to go now?
You want to go now?
Gentlemen,
So I don't give a
please.
fuck about the money.
Gentlemen.
Pussy.
Gentlemen.
Stepping back. No one's holding you back. Stop holding me back. Stop holding me back. Stop holding me back. You fucking faggot. Fucking vagina. Fuck you. Fuck you, fake fox. Look at you, you scared little boy. You scared little boy. You're a child.
Gentlemen, please.
You're saying, hey, let's fight now.
Yeah, because I don't care. You're talking the hard man.
You fucking saw now.
You're the typical bully. Your whole life. Your whole life.
Eddie,
Tell you what.
Please.
families are here.
Your whole
Please.
life, everyone's scared of you. But as soon as someone stands up to you, you shit yourself.
Grab a chair, boys.
You're pathetic. You're pathetic.
We'll settle at night.
Let's fight now. With your son, you fucking idiot.
My son doesn't care. You think you're a fucking knobhead? Follow me. Quiet your mum down as well.
Don't ever fucking talk about my mom, you fucking asshole. I'll knock you
Or
out. So
what?
don't talk about my fucking mom. Never.
Right, I think this interview's over because Thor can't control himself. I'll see you Saturday. See you Saturday, mate. I'll see you Saturday. I'll see you at the weigh-in if you're willing to turn up and not lose your temper. Ha.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this press conference has come to a conclusion. We will be having the weigh-ins.
Right, gents, we'll run you through what's happening. Eddie, you're here. So, Eddie, weighs, weight will officiate.
Gentlemen.
Oh, Eddie! Woo-hoo!
Michael will officiate the weight. Yeah? Michael will officiate the weight. Stand there. You guys are going to look at each other. Across the table. I can't. Seriously. Just don't pull your cock out, please. You'll be here. You'll be here. And this is as close as you're going to get. Okay?
Official weight for Eddie the Beast Hall, 142.2 kilos.
Eddie, can we see your body smuggler, please? Turn, give us a twirl.
I don't want to expose them, so I don't. Short, so you put it here. Okay? I don't be stood. Huh? It doesn't matter, but you can put your shorts on. No,
Oh, he's coming down, just 2 minutes.
5 minutes and I'm leaving. I'm not fucking about it. Timer on your phone. Get your weights appreciated. Now? Get your
Official weight for Hafthor, the Mountain, Bjornsson, 152 kilograms even.
Eddie, position, face off, toe to toe, 30 seconds, tear down, and then we're done.
Saturday night, March 19th, the moment we've all been waiting for. Eddie, the Beast Hall, versus Hafthor, the Mountain Bjornsson.
Okay, that's it?
Okay, let's go.
It's okay. It's okay.
Is his knee okay after that?